Hello and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, a second chance, a second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and returning for the third time in a row, and her second time in a row, it's Jake and Logan Twito. And that rhymed. We are finishing the Matrix trilogy tonight.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
Not that this last one was bad. But
yeah.
Can you call it a trilogy when there's a fourth one coming out?
Yeah, because it should have been a trilogy. Because the second and third one should have been one movie.
Yeah.
Cut the weight.
Quadrilogy.
And on this podcast, we like to start with the summary of the story. Spoiler alert: there isn't much of one in this one.
I'm so excited to hear this, actually.
The human city of Zion defends itself against a massive invasion of machines as Neo fights to end the war at another front while also opposing the rogue Agent Smith. There's your summary.
Yeah.
Reviews
that floats.
From our good friend Roger Ebert. He said, to the degree, this is the positive review, by the way, to the degree that I was able to put aside my questions, forget logic, disregard continuity problems, and immerse myself in the moment, The Matrix Revolutions is a terrific action achievement. The Wachowskis have concluded their trilogy with all barrels blazing.
I like that he flat out says concluded because... Yeah.
This is also the man that hated Empire Strikes Back when it came out.
Also the man that didn't necessarily hate Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, he was on. He was one of the.
Yeah, that's my boy. I don't care what he says. He's my boy now.
The negative review from New York Daily News, Jack Matthews said, unless you're seriously into the post-Matrix culture, which includes books, games, animation, and interactive websites, or you believe the Wachowskis has a philosophy worth wading through, the two-part sequel adds nothing indispensable to the first story.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell you there's no philosophy, but... Yeah. My summary or review... No, I won't even give that yet. It's too early for that.
But it picks up right after the second movie with... Neo and Bane. Was that his name? The character's name was Bane? That's doing...
Yes, he had a lovely singing voice. Yeah.
He's doing an amazing impression of Hugo Weaving.
I have a cold too, so I'm so sorry for anyone listening, and you especially. But that guy, so I looked it up. It bothered me. He hasn't done anything else. He is Hugo Weaving. I mean, it's spot on. It's creepy.
There's the two ships from last time. They're trying to figure out like what happened to Neo, and then they can't. I can't remember how they figure out Neo's in the Matrix. Do they look for him?
I think Morpheus is just like, check the Matrix.
Yeah, run a search for him, and
they don't find him though either. No. His neural patterns indicate he's somewhere else.
He's plugged into the Matrix, but they can't find him in the Matrix. That's what it was.
Which I will say the the in between zone, that subway station. Mm-hmm. Man, I was sucked into that part. I was like, this is perfect. I'm riding this ride. This is awesome. And then it progresses, and I go, all right, I'm back out of this. But
it's mobile station, which is an anagram for limbo, which is...
Yeah. Did you catch that?
I mean, kind of like in Catholicism, where it's like...
Okay, Matrix. We don't talk about religion. No!
What have I missed? What's the word I'm looking for?
Purgatory?
Purgatory.
Yeah,
Purgatory.
In between. Like, you're not, I mean,
that's when you lie in court.
Jeez Louise, we're off to a hot start.
Mm-hmm.
What I liked about the subway station is that it was nice and clean.
Yeah.
In comparison to everything else.
It's the first time in this movie you see something that's clean. In all of them.
Pretty much this, the Matrix doesn't even look real in this movie.
No. Maybe that's the point. I don't know.
And there's also no time spent in the Matrix.
No, there's not at all. I mean, I'm jumping ahead, but you get the stupid mechs, your favorite mech suits.
Oh, God.
Oh man, I loved it.
Well,
I loved it.
Before the mech suits, we go back to our favorite character, the Merovingian. Who's
Your favorite character?
Why did they
Because of his
latch? I
wife.
mean, okay, I get it. Like they filmed these two back to back.
Yeah.
Why would you latch onto this loser? Like, who gives a crap?
I guess he's supposed to be some kind of dealer between the machine world and the real world, and
Yeah, don't trust the French.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, omelette du fromage.
The only thing I noticed in that scene was Monica Bellucci had a very red dress.
Okay.
We made a bet if you'd say that or not. We made a bet. We both won the bet. But you know what? I will say this. Last time, I can't remember the guy's name. Why am I blanking? Seraph. Last time, I'm like, what's the point of Seraph? This one, I'm all aboard the Seraph train.
Yeah,
I was like, this dude's rad.
Yeah, because he mentions like when he's trying to take Sati away from, because Sati is like, I'm gonna assume she's gonna be the new Oracle in the new movie because there's an Indian girl in the trailers.
That's what I mean. Like they kind of set that up to be.
Yeah,
which kind of sucks. But I'll bring it up at the end. I won't, spoil anything for anyone.
She's probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
But
I mean, she's innocent. I like clean and innocent things.
You might want to cut this out, Preston, so I don't sound creepy. Flat out, she's your favorite character because she's just like the girl down the road.
No.
Oh, that's what I think. She looks just like her,
Our
acts
neighbor,
just like her.
We have a neighbor named Mary, and she's like 4 or 5. She's real sweet and like yells, "Hey!" when we walk by.
It's bad when it's 10 minutes in. I'm like, Preston, cut this out, buddy.
Sorry, fine. Yeah.
So, all right, they go to the French guys' club again.
Yeah,
I mean, like, that's a pretty sick entrance. You know, they're like walking in, breaking in. I love the little circle game they do walking through. It's for nothing. I mean, it's like they hold the guy at gunpoint and he's like, I want the Oracle's eyes. And I guess that's foreshadowing for how valuable they are.
Or just eyes in general.
Yeah.
True.
I want to know what tactical advantage it is to shoot somebody while standing on the ceiling.
So gravity. John Mayer wrote a song called Gravity, and it's all about shooting
gravity.
Bullets. Oh, I could probably sing that.
Maybe
with
it's
this
a
cold.
flashback to the last movie when she's getting shot from above and she's being pulled down.
For those that don't see the video footage, that was the best gangster handguns I've ever seen. Yeah, that did throw me off because I went, why are they on the roof? Like, what does this mean? What does this do?
I mean, it was impressive that they actually got people on the ceiling in real life when they shot the movie.
Yeah,
but it's like, I mean, that just gets me a better shot at your head. Honestly,
it's so weird that the second and third ones were filmed back to back, and the third one they did more like, we're gonna do this just so it looks cool.
Yeah,
and that's it. The second one, there's some of that, but the third one, I don't know. It's 120 something minutes long. Should have been 70.
Yeah,
there was so much just fat they should have trimmed.
Also,
like
what was
on the ceiling?
What do you think the latex budget was? Because like that entire club, like there's several gimps from Pulp Fiction in that club.
$50 million, sir. And the pleather was a 50 more million.
Yeah.
Not as much pleather in this one.
Yeah.
As the second movie.
Yeah.
I did notice that Neo's cape jacket changes lengths.
Yeah. The suit's a little better. But at the end he goes back to the old jacket.
Yeah.
But the subway station Neo in Limbo.
That was much better.
Clean cut Keanu.
Got a nice tie on.
I'm like, man, this is how it should be right here. That's the first time in my life I said, yeah, Keanu has aged actually, because he looks very young in this. So
no, the first time I saw it was in the newest Matrix trailer where they show him with his head shaved. And it's like, oh,
that's scary.
Some wrinkles.
There's all that thinking.
Yeah.
About the Matrix.
And NFTs.
Yeah. Whatever those are. I still don't understand those.
Good, because I hope they just disappear.
Yeah. But basically they say we're not doing another fetch quest. We had that in the last movie. Just give us Neo, I'm gonna shoot you right in your head.
And it listens. And it's like, what do you got to lose if they shoot you? Aren't you just gonna come back?
Yeah, you're a program.
Like, big
you
whoop,
can be
dude.
rebooted. Apparently, you've lived for over 1,000 years or so.
First hypocrisy of the movie here. Chalk it up. There's about 30 more coming up.
Yeah. And so they get Neo, and I guess what they did in the real world is just get his body over to a jack and plug him in and then unplug him when he comes back. Who knows? But he's back in the real world. And that's where we spend the majority of this movie.
The most depressing, like, you watch these movies for the kung fu. Me, like, give me that crazy stuff. As soon as I realized again, we're going to be in this world for an hour.
Yeah.
It got really depressing. I mean, really depressing.
But like I said before we started, this movie moves so quick and nothing really happens, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah, nothing. I pulled up I've got the plot pulled up, and I'm like, wow, that is a really short plot. Just there's not much here, actually. I don't have to scroll. It's all right there.
Well, yeah, the summary I read was like one sentence.
The only I wait, before that too. You get Agent Smith going to the Oracle.
Yeah.
Right? I thought there'd be more to that. I just thought there'd be like, oh, now he's real or something. Again, it's just another like, yeah, he did that. Check it off the list.
The Oracle was making chocolate chip cookies, though.
She burnt those cookies.
She did.
That new Oracle, she burnt them cookies. Old Oracle wouldn't have done that crap.
Okay, but let's pause for a second.
Okay.
Did they just not? Were they not able to get the?
She died.
Oh, really?
They had to change. They had to change everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they wrote it in very well. Like, they rebooted the Matrix, and so you got a new Oracle.
Sometimes the look of things changes when you mess with. Which
when Keanu Reeves Superman's out of there.
But it's kind of film back to back. That's pretty hard. Like, just a little large person died.
And I even looked it up the other day. Like, these movies came out 6 months apart from each other.
Ugh,
isn't that wild?
sad.
Yeah, because they were like, this is like the year of the Matrix, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, year of the Matrix, man.
Ugh. Maybe give it a year.
I mean, Infinity War Endgame. That was a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have done a year. I mean, that's right there. Dead giveaway. Should have been a one movie,
but
not two.
Those two movies combined had a budget of $1 billion. So,
well, you know what? You could have done a lot better with that much money. My filter picked up. But this movie brings on like my least favorite thing: the gang of Agent Smiths. Just everywhere in the Matrix, it's just like a bunch of these meat blankets, meat
puppets,
meat puppets, not blankets, meat boys.
I think I had
so stupid looking.
A friend in my episode on the Tomorrow War called Chris Pratt and that crew in that movie Meat Puppets. Or, no, Meat Shields is what he called them.
Oh yeah, that's all they are.
Yeah,
that's a great summary of that movie.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt fights aliens in the future and holds people up just to protect himself.
Yeah. So we get back into the real world, and for some reason, they're trying to get back to Zion, and then
but you get the ship split off.
Yeah,
happens, and I don't like Jada Pinkett Smith. She did do great, so I can't bash her. I've got
she married Will Smith. That was his problem.
Yeah, she took him out of Miami, buddy. Party in the city where the heat is on, Preston. Laying on the beach till the break of dawn. No.
I agree with you, Preston. Though I think she did good in this
she
movie.
did do great.
Yeah.
But I just love the I cackled of, I have to take a ship. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't
know where I'm going, but I gotta go.
Abraham Lincoln and death are both there. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But points for them, Jada Pinkett Smith in this one, I liked her a whole lot more.
Because now Morpheus' fanaticism has moved on from the prophecy to just Neo.
Yeah.
He's like, I believe in Neo. Apparently this was bullshit, but this guy's for real.
Who didn't do their job and let Bane get on that ship or stay on that ship?
That nurse.
Yeah, he killed her.
Well, yeah, he did kill her.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
killed the nurse
But like
washing her.
nobody else was worried about. Nobody thought about her.
I don't think
or
they
him?
knew he was infested.
I don't think
with
they knew
the
he was a
virus.
threat. Because I mean,
Was he in the second movie, or he just shows
Yeah.
up in the third?
He's in the
he's
second
briefly in the second movie, and like it's like off screen, but like his crew he set off an EMP real early, and then the squids got in and killed that entire crew.
Okay, and then they find him like
Yeah.
while they're in
He's
there.
the only survivor.
Again, should have been
Thanks,
one
guys.
movie. Should have been one movie, and that
Yeah.
small little detail would have meant something.
Cut this movie down to an hour and just make it a big 3-hour movie. You know?
Oh yeah.
So Neo and Trinity take off, and we shortly realize that Bane is in the ship because he's killed the nurse, and he's Agent Smith now basically, and he's on the ship, and trouble ensues.
What a dumb fight scene too.
It is.
I mean, it was exciting for a second, and it's like, all right, like again, it's the whole like, all right, Neo, you're Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well,
force choke the guy.
he
Like,
can't fly in the real world. I mean,
How do you know that?
he didn't.
Did
try.
they put him out there? Exactly. This movie's called Matrix. Neo doesn't try hard enough.
I'll definitely say that I lost interest and was like, "Wait, what happened to his eyes?" And you were like, "They got electrocuted."
You
Yeah,
can still see he's got Daredevil powers now.
but
You can see the light.
you know what? How well can he see? Because every sequence we see of that dumb yellow light, it's just a bright white. You
Other
can't
than
make
that,
it,
it's just
you know?
blackness. You know.
Yeah. Have a better effect to show he can actually
Yeah.
see, because I don't believe it still.
But for the next 40 minutes after Neo gets blinded after a fight with Bane in the ship, and Trinity's down in the thing, and they eventually kill him. Like, he eventually just kills him, like knocks him over the head. We cut over to the humans,
Yes, here we go, baby. Woo!
and this is 60% of this movie.
Yeah.
All right, I got so much bullcrap to say.
Okay.
Why would you have these stupid mechs? Put turrets everywhere that are controlled by computers.
No,
Why would you even have, like...
I can understand these mechs because you need something mobile, but why don't you put, like, at least roll bars on them? They're just out in the open.
Look, I've seen too much Gundam. I've watched too much crazy Japanese... No, they got it right. We did not get it right in these. It's just a wide open thing, like someone
Yeah.
shoots a bullet. Done.
Also, just have an ammo station outside. Why are we, like, carting these dudes in with wheelbarrows?
We needed to give the kid a role in this movie.
He should have died quickly.
Yeah, I was hoping that he would. I forgot that he lives.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a name. His name's the kid.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And he's
Should've
like,
blazed him.
to jump ahead a little bit, at the end, he shoots the gate, and he's like, Neo, I believe. And I just like to think Neo's like, dude, I haven't thought about you for...
What's that?
You're the redheaded stepchild that I forgot about.
Yeah. Who are you?
Right. Yeah. But that's the most frustrating. Nothing happens for that entire 60% of the movie. You said nothing happens. It's just
It's
done.
a 20-minute
bullet-
long fight with squids.
It's bullet porn. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Look how much ammo we can use.
Where you get
And
this
it's like-
ammo? I thought this was the end of the world.
Yeah. No. And you know what? For that futuristic, you got lasers. You don't have bullets.
Where's the
This is
lasers?
stupid.
Apparently, it's $21.99. Where's the lasers?
Yeah. This is all bullcrap. This
Yeah.
this is the reason this movie doesn't work.
When are
Yeah.
we gonna get lasers in this world?
We've got them.
But you've got to like have this huge setup to use them.
Have you
Oh,
not
wait.
heard of Obi-Wan Kenobi's? He's real. I tried to come up with, this is how bad my history is right now. I was going, what president was it that created Star Wars in the
What?
sky?
That was Reagan.
Reagan. So I thought, yeah, you think I'm joking, don't you?
That was a real program he had, was Star Wars.
Yeah, Reagan had lasers.
You know, then Trump had Space Force. So, you know.
He had a cat with lasers in his eyes.
Okay. Back to the bullets.
Yes.
So-
lit-
But like the people who took the like big gun that they put on their shoulder, but they have to have an ammo person that goes with them, and they only have like 6 bullets total. Why would you only have 6 bullets total? I mean, they're more like missiles, not bullets.
Yeah, they're like
but
those like double-barreled bazookas or whatever.
But it's like 6 and we're done. We have nothing else.
The rumor I heard, which I'm pretty sure someone thought about this too much and it's not real. They were like, the Wachowskis took very strong, remnants of World War II, and the Russians would send people into war with one person with a gun and one with a clip of ammo. So the first person would shoot and die, and the person with the clip could replace it and take their gun. And I said, yeah, no one thought about this movie that much. Are you kidding me? No.
They were like, can we get like a double barrel bazooka?
Hey, look, when these robots got to walk, how many controls can we have? We got a steering panel in the front. If you ski with your hands, you walk forward.
Yeah.
We're set, man.
What?
The like people in the suit.
Oh,
what is it?
Strap on.
Also, it looks like it's gonna break your arm when you like.
Oh yeah.
When you empty a clip, it's like it just like okay.
Whatever they're saying is they yell before they shoot. It's the dumbest. It's either like strap on, clip up, or something.
No,
clip on.
My favorite quote was when they were coming from the ceiling. He's like, "Knuckle up."
Knuckle up. That's it. That's what they keep yelling.
But I wasn't 100% what they were ever saying, and he says it a million times.
Clearly, I wasn't. Knuckle up.
However, that guy's my favorite character in this movie. Like he's
he's dead on. Mifune, whatever, Captain Malfoy.
Captain Mifune, that was his name.
I kept saying Captain Malfoy because
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But I guess I forgot that there's people born in the real world and people plugged in that come and live in Zion because he calls that one kid Podborn.
Yeah. I didn't think about that until this movie either. You've got those that
in the first movie, Tank was like an original human from Zion.
Tank could have been in this movie still, but no, the other guy.
Dozer.
I
think Dozer actually died, I think.
Yeah, and Tank died off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. And I also like the talk about, I guess it works, the giant drill, how they get in.
Yeah.
I kind of love, like, I'm going to drill in, then I'm just going to fall, break everything. Then I'm going to drill some more.
That's the point. To keep doing damage.
Well, I thought it was stupid, and then I went, oh, there's a point. They actually thought about that.
They drill, and then it falls in and knocks a bunch of other stuff down.
A literal point.
We need to invest in drills.
But that's basically the next 30, 40 minutes is just like...
And what sucks is you get the awesome flying sequences.
That was your monologue this episode.
Yeah. One more time, please. And I want to do the hands one more time.
That's what it looks like. They're just like...
I wish I recorded that on my phone.
There's 3 different drills that break in. So yes, that is what it is for 45 minutes.
But hey, you know what? As great as the effects are in this movie, those things sucked. If you actually look at the people's hands, there are people crossing their arms, and the robot's arms are just partying above them. Like, come on! Like, all this is CGI. Why would you have something stupid?
Right. But the mechs in Avatar designed way better than these.
Oh, I tried to make so many jokes to Logan about it, which did not work out because I think you said I don't remember that movie.
I've only seen Avatar like once.
Yeah, Avatar sucks.
Did the second one come out yet?
It will be dead before that.
I think it comes out next year, which is like
Weaver can't wait.
Who cares? It's like
Weaver. Is she not in it? Yeah,
she was an alien.
No, she was in the first one, but she died.
I mean, she'll just come back to life, right? I mean,
probably.
Hey, Sigourney Weaver can operate a mech way better. Didn't Alien 2 have a mech scene?
Yeah, she was in the yellow loading dock thing.
Boy, I was about to sound really psychotic. More psychotic. But like I said, it sucks. You got that stupid shooting scene, then the really sweet, we're piloting this ship.
Yeah.
I was in the ride for that. All that brought me right back in it.
The piloting the ship, I love when she hits the thing and she's like, oh, crap. And then they just tack the ship.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to get a hit for this, but
She didn't say, "Oh crap."
No. Like, how much of that do you think was improv? Do you think Jada Pinkett Smith was like, "This thing's got a fat ass"? Or was that in the script?
They probably did like off screen, like give her like what the ship was doing and just come up with whatever.
I was just laughing. I was like, "This doesn't fit."
It reminded me of my favorite Harrison Ford quote. Oscar Isaac asked him when he was doing Star Wars, like, what do I do when I'm flying the spaceship or whatever? And Harrison Ford was like, well, the first thing is it's not real.
I love Harrison Ford so much.
Yeah. He seems like an asshole, but I mean,
yeah,
Jesus, I love him.
Grade A at that too. There's no hiding it.
How did Jada Pinkett Smith know the inner workings of where they were?
They had a map.
I can go through here.
They had a map.
Because they make a big deal.
Map?
They make a big deal about no one can pilot mechanical lines, and apparently she's a really good pilot, and she just is good at it.
Yeah, and that dude she's dating doesn't trust her. The guy that's like, nobody can turn it as me.
I realized who he is. He plays the general in Justice League and Batman vs Superman. And Man of Steel.
I was just as annoyed.
And in Zack Snyder's Justice League, he's revealed as Martian Manhunter.
I should probably watch the Snyder cut then.
It's a good 4 hours, dude.
No, but I'll watch all the Matrix instead.
Yeah. What happens next?
The fight ends. They drop the EMP.
That's right.
So they save everyone, but they kill everyone because
barrel into the ship, the dock, and blast an EMP.
I will say that's intelligent part for the movie. Like, we're saved. No, you just killed us all. Like, all right. But again, at this point, I went, oh my gosh, how long have I been watching this dumb scene? Like, let me see the Matrix. I want to see code, dang it.
Oh, no, because we got to cut over to old Neo and Trinity on their road trip.
Let me go ahead and tell you, this is the beginning of the
City.
Stupidest concept of this entire thing. And that is my least favorite trope of every movie. Every movie has it. Love will save everything. You got to have love.
We
That's
skipped
the difference.
that other couple getting reconnected because he made it back on the ship and she stayed behind.
Link and not Aaliyah. That's right.
Yeah, but then like the entire movie at this point, it's like the difference between the machines and us is love. Or am I daydreaming? I was on cold.
I don't remember that.
I'm not daydreaming?
No.
Yeah!
Because the little girl's dad makes a big thing that's like, I love my daughter, but I don't, I'm a machine. I don't feel love, but I know love. Or, like something like that. Whatever.
But they keep bringing that up. That's Neo's superpower. He's Harry Potter. Harry Potter has love, therefore he wins. Yeah.
Good Dobby impression.
Thank you. I was going for Voldemort, but Dobby came out with a cold.
Master gives Dobby clothes.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived, come to fort.
Okay, so yes.
Sorry.
Neo and Trinity.
Yeah.
Love story portion.
So I will say this. Probably one of my favorite scenes. So they finally make it to Machine World, right?
Yeah.
It looks dope.
It does.
And Logan was like, why is everything so creepy crawly and gross?
It's machines.
A good point. Yeah. Look at my computer.
Machines that I know about are not creepy crawly and gross. in this world in 2021.
Well, machines that have turned an entire human race into batteries and have them plugged in probably develop themselves into a creepy.
My Roomba?
Probably. Yeah. I remember.
Donkers?
Yeah, our Roomba's name is Donkers.
Donkers. Okay.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it. Just let you know.
Just keep an eye on him,
Yeah. He's gonna rise up.
Grow some tentacles and creep around on the ground. Yeah, everything was like a bug or they feel like they're like squids previously, and now inside Machine City they're like roaches and mosquitoes and creepy crawlies.
Again, Neo is Superman though. They get into the fight where they figure out where they're supposed to go.
But
it's just like
He's blind with the machine vision, I'll call it.
So do you know why does he have to hold Trinity's hand?
I think
why doesn't he use both hands, man?
I think
because
that's
they love
something
each other.
That's going to be brought up in this new movie because there's several scenes where like he's throwing a missile and he's got his hand on Trinity and she's doing something and they're holding on to each other. So I think it's something rooted in this moment.
There's one scene where one of the machines goes through the ship. Like he makes it and he gets taken out and she holds his hand and brings him back in. So I said, all right, she's the anchor.
It's the power of love.
Yeah, it sucks.
Except they're holding hands like best friends.
Yeah.
Not like people in love. You gotta go
it's hard to
link.
do the interlocking fingers like that across a ship. It's like, okay.
While you're driving a ship with one hand.
You know how
like,
dirty those hands are too? Gross.
We haven't washed in days.
All of our clothes are tattered.
So he finally makes it. Actually, no, before that great scene, they fly and they see the sky.
Well, the machines shoot missiles at him, and for some reason, he can explode them.
Yeah. I got him.
While they're holding hands, though. They have to be holding hands.
Yeah.
Lasers.
Power of love.
Lasers. to dodge. No, the Sentinels come flying out, and like they can't apparently fly that high in the sky. Like an airplane, I guess.
Why weren't they flying that high the whole time?
It's too bright. Oh, yeah. Should have gone way above it all. But
it's true. They've never seen the sun, so I guess they couldn't handle. Who cares?
But it was pretty wild. Like, oh.
Immediate sunburn.
Earth exists. Like, at that point, I went, oh, okay. Yeah, this is Earth fully.
And I think in the Animatrix, they reveal that the Machine City's somewhere like in Saudi Arabia or...
Too much involvement in other things. Let's just watch the movies.
I think that this is a great tale of, the world's reliance on oil and how we're all machines to oil. And that
was probably thrown around in the writer's room. Like, do we want?
I can't even like bullcrap this anymore. It's a kung fu movie, guys. Give me kung fu.
It's about love.
Yeah, love and kung fu.
But after that, they slam right into a tower, and she just like takes several things to the chest. I
forgot she died. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that makes me wonder, how is she back in this new movie?
Well,
the power of love.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm gonna keep repeating myself.
That's
but they did a good job, like covering that up though before her, like him crawling to her, finding her, and she's like, "I can't go on," and you don't know that she's been impaled by 5 rods.
I don't know why he can't see that. He can see everything else.
Those aren't yellow.
Oh yes.
There's too much love. It blinds him. Love blinds him. He goes on that schlep. Like he gets out and just starts walking around. Makes his way to the monster giant head robot. Do you know what that robot's name is? Because it has a name.
Deus Ex Machina.
Like, was someone giving everyone a middle finger for that name?
I guess. But that's
Do you understand what that is? That's like the smoking gun. It's everything's going to be fixed with this one thing. It's a Deus Ex.
Well, it goes back to Greek theater where they like some force would come out of nowhere and it was almost mystical, and that's what they called it. Was the machine, the god in the machine, basically is what it means.
I did not know that was the name of it until we got on this, and I saw it and said, "Oh yeah, of course they named it."
And that's half of my theater minor coming out in that moment.
That's how you did that monologue so well.
Probably.
Ah, man.
I mean, I had 2 years of drama in high school, so.
I worked at GameStop and sold people prescriptions.
I minored...
Subscriptions, not prescriptions. I didn't deal drugs. Sorry. Never mind.
I only minored in theater because it was in the same building as my major, so.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Oh, yeah.
And now you have a podcast. So.
Yeah.
And you have a second podcast called Preston Monologues.
That would be a good idea. Just pick a monologue each week.
I'll be a guest on that if you need that would be a monologue.
I was about to say, it's called Preston Monologues. You're going to be a guest and just listen?
I'll fill in when you're
Every now and then you're going to hear.
Golf clap.
But yeah, he talks to the big giant baby face. And
yes, why is it a baby face?
Also, could you understand it?
Not really. I had to turn on subtitles at that point.
I just think I'm too old now. I was like, I could not hear it at all. I figured out what he was saying, what happened, but yeah.
Basically, Neo says that Smith is going to spread through this world just like he did the Matrix. You need to plug me in, get him to copy me, and then you can delete him. And apparently that means going into the Matrix and having a 10, 15-minute kung fu battle with Smith.
That was the dumbest fight scene. Dumbest fight scene of the whole thing. But you know what? It was awesome. The very first, the water bomb where all the ring stops. I went, God, that's awesome. Then they did it 5 more times, and I said, no.
That's an interesting though. Like none of the other Mr. Smiths fight. It's just the real Mr. Smith.
Yeah, they're just standing around.
But they're everywhere. Even in the high-rise building.
The entire Matrix is nothing but Agent Smith?
Yeah, he basically just took over the Matrix.
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I told you.
And it's the Oracle it's the Oracle Smith that fights Neo.
Okay. Yeah. Because she's left at the very end.
Mm-hmm. I do like the shot where Neo's fist is coming in and then it hits the raindrop, and then Smith's face.
Yeah, that was awesome. But it's kind of crazy. That happened, and I think just like the first Matrix, all cinema copied it. Did you watch the Beowulf movie?
Mm-hmm.
It looked just like that.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Yeah. Which, say what you want to, but that was to perk your theater interest again.
That's a poem.
Did you time this fight scene, though?
It's about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. After 10, I was like, okay, so how does this end?
Yeah, I was
because you're both super powerful and you just keep busting each other through walls and the road, and what's gonna happen?
Yeah, you're basically the both the same guy and you have the same abilities. So this is a stalemate. You can't hurt each other.
All right, so here's my ignorance or stupidity. Agent Smith is Neo, right?
He's like the negative version of Neo. Yes.
Okay. So he's the Zero. Oh, that's so dumb.
He's the negative to Neo's positive. It's the balance in the equation. It's the dark side to the light side. It's the Sith to the Jedi. It's the
hate to the love.
It's the hate to the love, actually.
Yeah. And then Smith finally calls Mr. Anderson Neo, and he's like, "That's not right. I don't know what's happening."
Yeah, that was hilarious. Hugo Weaving is a great actor in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just too bad half the stuff he says is stupid.
Yeah.
He believes it. He's all aboard, but I've been here before. I've seen this.
Big paychecks will do that to you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, he came out of this straight into Lord of the Rings, didn't he?
Well, no, he had already done, because, they shot Lord of the Rings all together. So they were done.
Oh, yeah.
They were done with that by 2000, 2001.
That's crazy.
Or 98, 99, whenever. I can't remember. Yeah, Matrix came out in 99, so they were probably done with Lord of the Rings by 98 sometime.
Yeah. That whole scene, the whole time I was just like, man, let Hugo Weaving keep talking. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care what he's saying. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
This is my world.
No. Yeah. The new guy they have in the fourth one. Mm-hmm. No. If I hear that guy say
that actor played King George in the original version of Hamilton on Broadway.
I thought that was him.
It was.
I saw him and I went, where have I seen him before? I think it's Hamilton. And I was right. I didn't look it up. I'll take $1. But
really holding back singing.
How many? So is this this is the second time that Agent Smith has jumped up inside Neo's crib or his butthole.
Well, this time he fully copies him.
Sorry.
Neo jumped inside him first, okay?
That's it, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure out, well, how'd that work? He went first. But I never thought about until this watch of, it makes sense. The machines are hooked up to them, so they can feed in the virus or whatever it is. All right, Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, all the way. You got this magic plug now that
The plugs were cool. Like holding him up and then...
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
A little rough going into the back of the head. That's
no one's ever used it, man. That thing was sparkling clean. That was the cleanest thing in the Matrix.
But all the Smiths explode, the Matrix restarts, and then it ends with the Oracle and Sati on a little bit. No, Sati runs up after to the Oracle and
dumbest ending ever.
And I thought it was good.
Our old friend, the architect, comes up and...
All right, now it's dumb.
How about a bucket of chicken?
Everybody gets a bucket of chicken.
Yeah. But you know what? It's totally sets up another movie. Never picked up on it before. It fully is like, there's going to be another one.
And that same filter they have on the new Matrix in this is kind of the same one they have in the trailers for the fourth movie. So
yeah,
there's some consistency.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But I'm going to walk in hating this sucker. It's all about love, baby.
I think I've decided to watch it at home.
Yeah.
When it comes out Wednesday.
You know what? We talked earlier. We just saw Spider-Man. And if you're this kind of person, don't let me offend you. But I get so burnt out on release movies of people clapping and like wooing like crazy. Preston, is that you?
No, the only time I have audibly said anything in the theater was Endgame.
Okay. That one, fair enough.
That's like 10, 15 years of stuff built up to that.
I don't want to watch that movie with the people that will clap the whole time. I'm good. Don't let me hear oh, Matrix. Yeah! He said it! He said
it! I still know Kung Fu.
Yeah, when that line pops up, yeah.
When he bends back and dodges all those bullets.
I hope he gets shot again.
That's how the movie ends. Don't spoil it.
Also, tangent, people that applaud at the end of any movie.
Thank you.
In a theater, who are you applauding to?
I feel that emotion. I'm like, it's a good movie.
Yeah, but
like today, like, hey, John Watts, great job.
There's no one there to accept the applause.
Don't you know about the power of love?
Maybe it was.
You've seen the Matrix, Preston.
Like for the people who started the movie up above you at the back of the theater.
I guess.
Theater employees.
Yeah.
Cinema.
I don't know. The last one was not as bad.
Do you think the third is better than the second?
Yeah. This one was not as boring as the second one.
There's nowhere near as much stupid dialogue.
Yes.
It's like, what is this about?
They really dumbed it down for me, and I like that.
Oh, they're hitting someone. Woo! You see that boy with that gun shooting? He's on the ceiling. Whoa!
You see that gimp from Pulp Fiction?
Where's Bruce Willis? I bet you he's proud and excited. Oh. You know, the best Matrix movie, though, was actually the new Space Jam movie.
I have not seen that movie.
Oh, good. I watched half of it. Sorry. There's Matrix characters in it, apparently.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, that's what kids really want to see is a movie from 20 years ago.
Yeah,
That's for the parent.
TikToking buttholes. Sorry.
That's Matrix Revolutions. We did it. We made it through a whole trilogy.
You gonna rate it?
I give it a 5.
What do you give the whole trilogy?
Oh my god! Because you got to consider the first movie. The first movie bumps this entire trilogy up to an 8.
All right, fair enough. I call this one a 5 too, but I call the whole trilogy a 6. First movie is like a 9 or a 10, you know, but that second one's a solid 1. And now I don't know my averages, so I won't score the third, so no one can fact check me.
I think I'd give this one a 5, and I'd give the whole trilogy like a 6.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
The
I
first
also
one,
didn't watch it when it came out. Like I watched it 3 years ago.
I would say this is probably better than Scott Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I would.
What
definitely...
did you rate
10. Solid 10, baby.
I didn't even finish that movie. There's no mixed trivia this week. I can't even get that out.
I don't think there's a lot in this that you didn't see.
We covered most of what the trivia was last week. So.
Yeah, and there's no talking scenes that you could cover with something sneaky. It's just fighting.
I couldn't even come up with. I only had 3 notes in this whole thing, so
there was 3 fights. You're good.
Yeah,
nailed it.
Yeah. So, I guess we might see these people again. My guess this week. We'll see.
Yeah. I
find something else to do.
I think when we started this, you asked me, like, are you going to see the 4th one? And of course, I just answered. I think at the end of this one, I said, man, it'd be cool to see this with today's technology.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited.
There's an ad for it in the theater when we left today.
It was at the end of Spider-Man.
Red pill, blue pill.
So that is the end of this episode. I will be back next week, probably the longest episode I'll ever do. It's the entire Lord of the Rings trivia.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're about to start watching, I think, all of them. So, oof.
I got a friend who hates those movies. So.
What a fun podcast.
He's a English teacher that prefers the books. So
I was about to ask you, is it an English teacher?
Yeah.
Because that's the only people I know that don't like the movies.
Yeah.
Which,
he's the same guy that was on the Tomorrow War episode. So.
Okay. Yeah, meat pillow guy. No, meat was
Puppet.
Puppet.
But
I don't know what meat pillow is, but don't look it up.
That is the end of this episode. If you want to reach us for a suggestion, you can email us at secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com, and we are Second Take Movies at all the social medias. And I will be back next week with a episode of Lord of the Rings, probably. So
Wait, Preston, what about your ad read?
There is no ad read. There probably will never be an ad read.
Sponsored this podcast is Meat Pillows. You want pillows full of meat? I'm your guy.
I will see you next week.